Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler for series videos I do for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff that, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I had originally intended to review something else, and that place was closed. So here we is. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, stub my finger. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my J-Man shirt. Yeah, boy, J-Man shirt. But who and or what is J-Man besides this fellow right here? So J-Man is a musician, artist, individual out of, I believe he's out of Cleveland. If I'm not, I don't know if he still is, but that's certainly where he kind of got his start. He's probably most famously associated as being one of the original lead singers and founders of the band Mushroomhead. He was in it for quite a while, then he left for a while, then he came back, and now he seems to have left again. But I'm a big fan of Mushroomhead. Been loving their stuff ever since I was in high school, and I love J-Man. I love his work. He's also done like various other projects too over the years, but Mushroomhead has definitely been, the most pervasive. And I was fortunate enough to actually get to see him perform about 2 weeks ago now. He was on tour with a band called A Killer's Confession. They did some Mushroomhead tracks together. It was badass. So that's where I got the shirt from. I actually have videos of that performance as well as Mushroomhead performances that I've attended. They are on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as his music goes, because I think the dude is incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why was it closed? So yeah, I was going to try this little Thai place because I'm out visiting some friends, and when I'm in an area I'm not usually in, I like to get in some reviews. But yeah, I guess they went over there and they changed ownership or something like that, and they're kind of resetting everything. So I'm like, all right. The great thing is that because, these are kind of my old stomping grounds, I have other options, and I have other options that I've even reviewed stuff for. So, I'm reviewing Boom. But what is this? This is an Oreo Mochii donut from Mochii Donut in St. Charles, Illinois. Yeah! I reviewed a couple things from these folks in the past. I reviewed one of their just actual Mochii donuts, and I went over there and I reviewed one of their ube balls, which at the time was new, but is not new anymore. Now it's like just a thing. But yeah, it's been a little bit since I've been out this way. I really enjoyed it, the last time that I was here. And, I mean, you put Oreo on anything, it's got to be delicious. So, let's get a thing for the thing. Looks like... that's pretty... Yeah, come on now. Looks like that. Ha 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 ha. Let's give it a go. I really love the way they make their donuts. Because it's going over there and it's taking like Asian style techniques and applying them to a distinctly Western dish. But like they're really light, really fluffy. And yet they still have a lot of flavor, like kind of along the lines of like Krispy Kreme. But honestly, I would say that like donut-wise, like just the actual donut itself, I would say that I think their donuts actually have more flavor than Krispy Kreme does. Now, mind you, Krispy Kreme, I'm talking like this part, right? The non-frosted part. Donut, obviously, Krispy Kreme, they're famous. They got their glazed donuts and stuff. And I'm not shitting on Krispy Kreme. I reviewed stuff for Krispy Kreme. Go watch those videos. But yeah, like, there is something genuinely really unique and special about this type of donut. And here's how you know. I'm talking about the flavor of that. I haven't even gotten to the Oreo part yet. Because obviously, you also have delicious Oreo frosting. And yeah, it's basically cookies and cream frosting. I don't know if I would say that. I mean, obviously, Oreos is where cookies and cream basically came from. I wouldn't exactly say that this is super evocative of Oreo specifically. It's more just general cookies and cream because like it doesn't have the same balance, that like an actual Oreo does. But it is a nice cookies and cream donut. And with the Mochii donut itself, it's sweet but not too sweet, but still really flavorful. I think that's one of the things I really like about it. Like, especially as I get older, I still love sweet stuff plenty, but my appetite for it has changed somewhat, And so now I appreciate things that are kind of a little bit, I don't want to say subtly sweet, because I wouldn't say this is subtle, but just a little less sweet than, when I was a kid where it was like, pour the pixie sticks into my eyes. Which is a terrible way to ingest pixie sticks, by the way. I've heard. No, I really like this. It's exactly what I was hoping for. I love the way, as soon as you bite into it, the frosting just starts melting and coating the inside of your mouth. I just love the donut itself. It's really tasty. Wow. I like that. It makes me happy. Yeah. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I have to go with yes and yes. I mean, it's a fucking Oreo donut with like, again, a sort of, kind of Asian influence aspect to the donut element of it. And it really is difficult for me to properly describe the difference between like a Mochii donut and just a normal donut. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that these aren't like the best donuts in the history of donuts or anything like that. I used to work at a bakery. Although to be fair, our donuts at the bakery were a little bit so-so. We had some really good stuff, but our donuts were not our best thing. Not our worst, though. But I do really like these. And, like, there's something really unique about them. And I just think it's cool. It kind of sucks that, these used to be my old stomping grounds, and, this sure as shit wasn't here when I was here. Oh, by the way, what with this being a review of a local establishment, they are a chain and everything, but I think they're pretty much in Illinois. This review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois stuff. But, no, I really like that, man. Like, it's really distinct, but in such a way that it's not, like, overbearing. It doesn't take you too far out of the comfort zone of what makes a donut great, but it's also unique enough that it leaves an impact. And if I'm recommending it, like, absolutely I am. I think that, if you're in an area that has a Mochii donut, whether it's St. Charles location or one of the other ones, I genuinely think you kind of owe it to yourself, if you enjoy pastries and sweets and stuff, to stop in at one and give them a try. Taste the difference. And again, like, you might come at me on the, the comments section and be like, Brandon, Krispy Kreme is superior. I'm not even saying Krispy Kreme is necessarily better or worse. I just think aspects are, superior with the Mochii donut. But no, man, I've liked everything I've had from them. I like the distinction. I like the uniqueness of it. And, it's a place that honestly I wish I lived closer to. And so, yeah, I'm definitely going to recommend it. I think it's a cool spot. And on top of that, like, aside from doing the donuts, they also do, like, the Korean corn dogs, and I think boba tea, maybe? I know they do, like, some ice cream stuff, too. So, like, they got, a variety of stuff. I would suggest checking them out. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go for themselves a truly Mochii donut-tastic rest of your life, because that's just a good donut. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, trust me. I know it, I live it, I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, have you ever tried a mochi donut? If you have, or have you just had mochi by itself? If you have, let me know your personal opinion on it. This is one of those things where, like, I feel like, I don't feel like, obviously, I'm not the only person going out there and, trying to let people know, but, like, I do feel like, to a certain extent, I'm kind of, trying to shine the beacon, as it were, on this cool thing. I certainly wasn't the first person to find it, but it's just cool, man, and I like it, and, this is the type of stuff that I like to do reviews for, things where it's unique and unique to me, and, I get to experience it along with you. But anyway,